What's up, y'all? I want to welcome you back to a wonderful episode of Building a Brand with Jeremy Patton. In today's episode, we have an amazing topic. We're going to talk about the top five marketing mistakes that small brands make. Now, we have all been there. Every business starts off as a small business. Every business that starts off has to learn about like different marketing strategies, different marketing techniques, and everything to bring their product, bring their service, bring their offer to your ideal audience, to your customers. And so, in today's episode, we're going to talk about what you could do, what you need to do in order to reach your ideal audience, in order to avoid the common mistakes that most small businesses tend to make. Now, if you hear that one of these are something that you are able to relate to, something that you have experienced either in the past or even currently, then this is something that you want to pay attention to because we're not only going to talk about how you can go about adjusting and fixing the problem, but we're going to also talk about how you could like avoid the problem going forward in the future as well. So, first and foremost, the number one mistake that I've seen as an experienced consultant and advisor for many companies across many different industries, across different uh, demographics, different regions, is the lack of structure and the lack of knowledge behind uh, creating marketing posts or creating marketing campaigns altogether, right? So any post, anything that you put out there should have a variety of different things now, or a multitude of different things that come together, kind of like a jigsaw puzzle that puts all the pieces together and creates a good marketing campaign or a good marketing post or attempt, right? Now, some of these things are commonly known, some of them are little known, and sometimes, depending on your experience and your level of research within marketing, will determine kind of whether or not you know them. But some of these elements include things such as the title, the hook, the creative itself, the messaging, the call to action, and a wide variety of other elements that come into every post and everything that should be included in your strategy when it comes to marketing. Now, a lot of people may be wondering, and you may be wondering, like, why do I need all those different things? Well, the reason why you need all those different things is because it has been proven psychologically that as humans, we operate based off of our minds, off of our emotions. And so, as you are marketing to your audience, you're doing a couple things, right? Depending on the channel in which you're marketing your audience in. So whether it's social media, TV, radio, flyers, billboards, whatever the case is, like you are immediately competing with and for the attention of your ideal audience. Because if you can't grasp their attention, then there's no way that you'll be able to get your message across. There's no way that you could and inform them of what your products and services are and to let them know how your products and services are the problem or are the answer to their problem and the solution to their problem that they have. So having these different elements combined into your marketing strategy will outline and it will lay out the foundation for your customer. Not only will it grab their attention, but it'll inform them of exactly what your message is. And if your message is crafted correctly, it will point them directly to the answer to their problem. And then at the end of that messaging, it'll also highlight the way that they could go about proceeding forward to implement your solution into their business to solve their problem that they have. So that's first and foremost. Now, mind you, if you have like a product-based business that doesn't necessarily solve problems, but it is, say for example, um, you have we're just gonna throw jewelry out there, for example. Say you have a jewelry company, right? doesn't necessarily solve a problem, but the aesthetic could adhere to your audience. So you could use your marketing to position your jewelry or your company as the go-to solution for like raising the aesthetic uh, of someone's attire, of somebody's look, etc. Um, but otherwise, you want to craft everything and have a clear answer to their problem, and you want to also have a clear call to action that they could either find out more information, get in contact with you, or outright buy your products and services, right? There's a variety of different call to actions, and you could look those up, and we'll actually make a video on different call to actions that work and what we've seen work with our previous customers, clients, and what we're seeing work with our current customers and clients with today's current marketing strategies as well. Now, we also want to talk about not having a strategy at all. This is a problem that I see a lot of people have, and something that I see a lot of people do. They just post almost anything, everything. You go to their business page and you don't know if it's their personal page or their business page. You are scrolling through the posts and you can't really see what it is that they do, what their company is, what their company sells, what their company does. And so running across this causes several issues as well, because now like your strategy is just throw anything at the wall and hope it sticks. And yeah, that works sometimes. That will allow you to go viral sometimes based off of, depending on the content that you're putting out there. But if there's not a overall arch message across all your posts, then at the end of the day, people are going to come to your page, or they're going to see your messaging, and they're just going to be more confused than they were prior to. And so I try to tell people, like, make sure that you have a strategy behind your marketing. Specifically, if you have a special, if you have something coming up, if you have an announcement, those are like, you generally want to craft your marketing strategy around whatever new is going on or whatever new is coming up within your company. That way you could create that buzz, you could get attention, you could keep people engaged as you're building up to whatever that thing is, whether it's a launch date, or it could be an event date, it could be a number of different things. As you are building up that engagement, building up that awareness, building up that support and that audience, leading up to whatever it is that you are ultimately doing. So a good example of this is, people that do and have webinars or have workshops, or, people that have like different events that go on in town. You could literally post content that will generate a buzz that will get people to purchase your products, your services, tickets, or what have you prior to, or they'll at least engage and give you their information so that you can email them or message them once it's time or once it's available for them to purchase. That's another good thing that you could implement in your marketing strategy. But again, it's something that we're seeing a lot of people not do. We're seeing people, again, just throw stuff at the wall and hope and pray that it sticks. Again, there's inherently nothing wrong with it if you are in the testing phase and you're looking to see what works, what resonates with your audience. But once you see that something is performing better than the rest, then you could really implement that thing and create a strategy around that particular style or that particular type of messaging, what have you, that you have for that post that did work. Now, the third thing that we're seeing is people talking to anyone and everyone. Now, if you clicked on this video, chances are you're a small business owner who is or has attempted at marketing, and your messaging or your content just didn't resonate with your audience, or it didn't convert into sales, or it didn't retain your audience and get them to become followers, or get them engaged with your content as a whole. Now, This stems from a couple different things, right? Let's say I got on here and my post, instead of the title that we have, let's say my title just said, um, hmm, let's say my title said marketing today or something like that, right? Well, I mean, if you look up marketing under any platform, you'll see that there's thousands, if not tens of thousands of videos based off of marketing alone. So that title, marketing today, doesn't really help out anyone, right? What is marketing today? And when is today? Is today, 10 years ago? Is today, right now? Is today 10 years from now? What is marketing today? Truth be told, you don't know what marketing today is. So if you came across a video that said marketing today, chances are you would keep scrolling. However, if you're a small business owner who wants to improve their marketing, who has had problems with their marketing converting over or had problems coming up with the marketing strategy, then this video would resonate with you as you come across and you see the title. Then you know, okay, I am a small business owner. I am struggling with my marketing, or I did struggle with my marketing previously, or I'm not marketing at all. What are things that I could do to improve my marketing like immediately? And if you implement any of these things, your marketing will definitely improve and increase immediately because we're solving the overall arching like combination of your marketing itself. So you want to make sure that your marketing is talking to somebody specific. Again, in this video, the title of it is Small Business Owners or Small Brands, right? Depending on your niche, depending on your industry, depending on who you serve and your end user of your products or your services, that's who you want to talk to. That's who you want to address. And don't be afraid to call them out specifically. So if you solely work with plumbers, say, indicate that you're talking to plumbers. If you solely work with plumbers that are within a certain area, indicate that you're talking to those plumbers of whatever town, whatever state, whatever area, region that you're talking to, right? That way, people that are in those areas know that that you're talking exactly to them. That will help your messaging resonate a whole lot more because now they don't have to worry about who you're talking to. In addition to that, like immediately they'll be able to resonate with you, and they'll be able to like they will subconsciously listen with more intent because you intently directed your messaging towards them. So that's something that we're seeing, and that's something that I've seen a lot of small businesses do that that you could improve on, and that you can improve on immediately. Address exactly who you're talking to, and don't be worried about I guess blocking or offending or uh, disqualifying other people. The idea behind your marketing is to disqualify people. The more people you disqualify, the easier it is for you to narrow down and speak to exactly who you are targeting. Um, the fourth mistake that I see is the lack of clarity, right? Now, the purpose of this video is to help outline some of the common mistakes that a lot of small businesses use behind their marketing, or a lot of mistakes that a lot of small businesses run into, or that a lot of mistakes that small businesses are doing in their marketing efforts. So, the clarity behind this video is to outline those things and to provide a solution for you at the end of this video on how and throughout this video on how to go about making those small tweaks and adjustments in your marketing efforts to help reach your ideal audience and to help convert your ideal audience as well, right? So having a lack of clarity confuses your audience. So if you are not talking directly about the problem, the solution. You're not outlining what you do, and people have to guess. People have to have to have an hour conversation with you to try to figure out what you do. Then something's wrong, something's off, and you should not. You have to adjust the way that you market to those individuals. You have to adjust the way that you are communicating to your audience to eliminate that clarity, that lack of clarity, I should say. Also, I see people all the time that talk about stuff that has nothing at all to do with their brand or nothing at all to do with their business. And that also confuses people. So, for example, like I came across doing market research for my own company, Building a Brand with Jeremy Patton. I came across a blog post of Dunkin' Donuts talking about how to go about building a brand. Now, why is Dunkin' Donuts writing a blog post about how to build a brand when it has nothing at all to do with marketing, branding, or anything of that nature? It, for me, that confused the mess out of me. Now, same thing that you're doing as a small business owner when you jump from topic to topic to topic that has nothing at all to do with your business. If you're in the baking industry, if you are in their situation, they are their desserts and bakery, even coffee, what have you. Well, you should stay within that lane. Imagine Dunkin' Donuts started going on a marketing campaign about how to build a brand. A- Anyone that sees Dunkin' Donuts and sees them talking about building a brand is gonna be confused on what they're now doing. Like, do you have now a brand building division within your company? Like, I go in there and get a donut, a coffee, and a brand strategist? No, I can't. So why would you make content about that exact thing? Doesn't really make sense. So same thing for you with your business. You want to make sure that you are talking solely on your area of expertise and solely on what it is that you provide as a business. Now, you may be looking at my company and say, "Well, Jeremy, you talk about a wide variety of different things, from SEO to paid ads to marketing strategy to this to that." Yes, because my company is a large umbrella that does all of those things, or we have at one point in time. And so we want to make sure that we are not only providing value for people that are looking to market their business, in every way that you can market your business, we provide value if only it is an introduction to that area in which you can market your business. Um, but either way, like it still ties under our overall arching umbrella of marketing, branding, and business development. So you want to make sure that you do that as a small business owner. And the final thing that we have, the fifth major mistake that I have personally seen, and this is something that I have also experienced, is not having a system in place to catch your new leads, right? So, for example, let's say you put up a post and the post goes viral. Well, how do you follow up with individuals that engage with your post, right? Do you have a system in place where you are going to outreach to every single person that engages with your post? Do you have that call to action and the system in place to automate the responses, to engage with your audience, to engage with the new people that interacted with your posts? I'm saying that a lot of small businesses don't. And that's a serious problem because there are a wide variety of different tools out there that allows you to do so. In fact, one of the tools that I use is Go High Level, where I'm able to put into our automated workflow and our automated like conversion AI where people engage with us and it automatically sends out a predetermined message going back to them. That message will give them more information based off of the post that we put up, or that information, or that the message that we send out to them may be a link where they're able to sign up for something, where they're able to purchase something, what have you, based off of whatever my post is, based off of what my call to action is. That's how I will set up the behind the system workflow that will automatically go out and automatically engage with the audience and the customers to help convert them and to help engage them and to help them out as a whole. Because overall, like my initial marketing post or my initial post or whatever is an introduction to what I do. But if you want the full details, if you want the full support, then you're gonna have to, your client's gonna have to go through, fill out a form, create a download, or what have you, to in order to get that particular post or that messaging, or to get what it is that we promise within our messaging and within our call to action. So if I promise that our team will reach out to you or that you could schedule an appointment, then my system will respond to the people that post under my comments or that DM me, that message me, and it'll ask them what it is that they need. So if they need answers to any questions, my FAQs are there. So that system is able to answer most general questions. If they need a specific service, a specific product, then my system is able to navigate them to the right product or service that will fulfill their needs. Or if they need to book a call and get on my calendar, then my system will also navigate and walk them through that as well. So again, these are the top 5 mistakes that I see a lot of small brands and small businesses do with their marketing that you could change immediately to help improve your marketing. One, having the lack of structure and the lack of knowledge behind marketing, behind the elements of marketing, that will immediately decrease the effects and the efforts behind your marketing itself. No matter how good the writing is, no matter how good the everything is, like not having every element immediately drops the value of what it is that you're doing. Even if it's not surface level, it could be a post that still does good, that goes viral and all that. But not having every element automatically decreases the effectiveness of your marketing. Now, there are outliers that can perform beyond that, but again, it implementing that structure improves every marketing effort you have. Then the second one is no strategy at all. Again, just throwing everything at the wall, hoping something sticks, hoping something resonates with your ideal audience, hoping, praying for a wish and a dream to come true. That strategy, that is a strategy that people have, and that is a strategy that often fails time and time again. Unless you're in the experimental phase, and so then you're experimenting with different strategies, and you're doing this and you're doing that, and you're figure out to see what works, and you're looking at the analytics, and you're analyzing how people engage with this post compared to that post and this style compared to that style, then fine. If not, then you need to implement some kind of strategy within your business, within your marketing efforts, and that's on every platform, right? Long form, short form, every form needs to have a strategy behind it. Talking to anyone and everyone, or talking to no one. If you are, let's say you have a shoe company and you have an urban shoe company and you're talking to people that only want to wear like, flip flops and sandals. Well, then you are inadvertently like killing your marketing because you're talking to people that either A, aren't in your market, or B, people that don't care about your product or service and don't have an interest in your product or service. So you are basically wasting that marketing effort on people that you most likely are not going to be able to convert. And not saying you won't be able to convert ever, and because ideally, even people that are outside your market, they still can venture into your market space and could be a loyal customer and could be someone that loves your brand. But ultimately, that's going to be more effort than speaking directly to the people that are already in your market, that are already looking for what you offer and what you serve. Now, the fourth one is lack of clarity. Again, lack of clarity is, you going out there and you talking about this, you talking about that, you're talking about this celebrity, that celebrity, that, you're talking about this in the news, that in the news, and ultimately that drowns out your marketing efforts because it has nothing to do with your business, it has nothing to do with your products and services. Now, I myself, I have found ways to connect uh current affairs and current news with my business and with other businesses as well. And so that's something that you can do, but unless you do it properly, then ultimately you are going to just confuse your audience, and your audience is not going to be aware of like what you do, who you do it for, why you do it, all that. So make sure that you're clear in your messaging and that it is always on brand and always on topic, right? Now, the last one is no systems in place. Again, we went over this briefly, but again, if you don't have systems in place where you are able to take people from seeing your posts to getting them to engage, to getting them to uh, sign up, to getting them to purchase from you. And if you don't have the systems in place for them to do that freely, if you don't have the systems in place that allow you to engage with them, if you don't have the systems in place that allows you to help them navigate through that sales process, then ultimately you're losing sales, you're ultimately losing leads, you're ultimately losing potential clients. So you want to make sure that you have those things in place at all times. So that's something that we actually help you do here at BABWJP. We are a marketing and consulting company, and on the back end, we have systems in place. We actually help leverage and help the companies leverage Go High Level, implement Go High Level into their business, so that they have those automated systems in place. That way, they have funnels in place lined up. And this is especially good for anyone that has offers that are changing constantly, that are always dropping new products, new services, that are building up to things, because you could create a funnel in a matter of minutes and have that funnel up and running, have clients and your audience coming to your funnel, signing up, you're collecting their email address, you're collecting their phone number, you're collecting their name, their contact information. So now you're able to follow up with them, even if they don't go all the way through and purchase right then and there. But we also have a system in place that allows you to have AI agents that engage with them while they're doing this process. Now, this is really beneficial for anybody that is a solopreneur, because like we've all been there as small business owners. You start a business and you may have one or two people, and yeah, you can handle a few clients at a time, but what happens if that few clients turns into 10 clients? That 10 clients turns into 50 clients. That 50 clients turns into 100 clients. And now all of a sudden you have 100 different people that are inquiring about the same thing, and you are just your own self, you're just one person, you can only have one conversation at a time. Plus, you have mental capacity that's stretching, and you that bandwidth that that is being pushed to its maximum. And so implementing these systems allows you to handle all of that without stressing yourself out, without having to learn technology, without having to build out different platforms. We do all that for you. We help analyze what you offer. We help analyze your call of service. We help analyze what the best systems are for your type of business and for how you acquire new customers. And we help implement all that stuff so your whole funnel is built out, your products, your services are on the back end. All you have to worry about and focus on is either producing the content. Our system and Go High Level allows you to schedule out the content, and we also have AI content creators. So we have a system that helps create content for you. But our system allows you to schedule out the content, post the content, Helps out with the follow through, the follow up process, the systematizing as far as like bringing new leads, allows you to not only follow but track those leads. Our system allows you to reach out to those leads directly. So let's say you are on the go and somebody reaches out uh, via social media, but or tries to call your contact number, your business phone number. Our system allows you to have an engaging conversation with them without you needing to be present at all times. So if you want to learn more, if this is something that you are interested in, click on the link below in the description. Again, I am a paid affiliate of Go High Level, but I do also like fully use as well as fully believe in their products and the services, the system, the support, everything that Go High Level has. And so I want you to also be able to take advantage of this. And in doing so, check out the link below. See how the system could use AI to help automate, to help improve the flow, the operations, the everything within your business, and sign up for the 14-day trial. Give it a try, see how it works. I guarantee you it will take a huge workload off your shoulders. When you sign up with us, we help you set up everything, all the systems and all that. That way, during the 14 days, ultimately, we want to make sure that you are able to get the max out of those 14 days. So we're going to help you set up everything initially. That way you get a layout of the land, of the system itself, and you're able to just operate the system freely for yourself. So with that being said, my name's Jeremy Patton. This is, again, Building a Brand with Jeremy Patton. Until next time, have a wonderful, exciting, and informative day. I'll see y'all next time. Take care.